Not many men can withstand my punch.
Obviously.
For sure.
Got a set of hair on him.
Black belts and chicken heads.
I think you'd be surprised.
I think you'd be surprised.
Abbott Kenny Fight Club.
Kid's got a piece on him. Couple 1-2 cutie pies. I still got it, baby.
Lift your shield.
And now from the Onnit Studios in Playa Vista, California, it is the moment you've been waiting for. The Fighter and the Kid is coming at you live.
No, we're not live.
That doesn't matter. Sounds better when you say live.
But we're not live. We don't do it
Shut
live.
up, man. And now it's the Fighter and the Kid live.
Not live. This is not live. This is not live.
I lose weight when I don't lift with weights.
Oh, I wish I had that problem.
I do. I lose like it drops right off.
My buddy Jeff Foley, he owns the place where I take my son, and Tempest Gym. It's like a parkour gym. I take my son there, and he's like, "Oh, dude," he's complaining. He's like, "I'm down to 161, dude." And he's like shredded. I'm like, "Fuck."
That's where
I'm like, "What'd you do?" He goes, "I did this strict diet, and I can't get it back." I'm like, God, "What diet was it?"
Yeah, dude. If
Thank you.
If I rode my bike
As much as I
like
did?
you, I would waste away.
Well, here's what's funny. Think if I didn't ride my bike as much as I did, I'd be 300 pounds because I eat like shit.
How quickly could you put on 15 pounds?
A week. If I didn't work out like I do, and sometimes like if I'm stressed, like when I was going through all the shit, with Cal and all that, when I was really stressed about figuring things out, dude, because I like stress eat. I mean, dude,
That's why you and I get along.
It gets out of control.
Do you think you could put on 15 pounds in a week?
Oh yeah, easily.
I'm trying to think.
Because I'm talking. I probably have. There's weeks there I'd have 7,000 to 8,000 calorie days.
Get the fuck out.
But then I would ride my bike for
Right.
2 hours and then do another workout. But I just didn't feel good. But now I'm tightening up because last night I couldn't sleep. And I was like, man, I want to do something. I need a goal. I need to get in better shape. I need a goal. And it's around Thick Boy. I'm like, what could I do? And I'm like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Because my uncle used to run it. I'm like, I'm going to bike ride from San Fran to LA for a charity. It's like 530 something miles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to do it on the Specialized bike. And I'm going to have a film crew with me, film it.
Just you?
Just me, solo.
So now, so what's the route? Like, is it PCH?
Yeah. The Gold Coast, they call it the Gold Coast trek. Like people do it all the time.
How long does that usually take somebody?
I think it should take around 4 to 5 days. It's like 530 something miles, I think, or 430 miles.
So you're going to do 100 miles or so a day?
Yeah.
And how long is it? Like, I have no idea. What does a day look like?
I'll do 25 to 30 miles on my mountain bike, but that's a little different. So I'm thinking I could do around 60 to 75 miles a day. So and you divide that by how far is that, Chin?
60 miles a day is 240 if you're doing it in 4 days. But if it's 500 miles, that means you're talking about 8 days plus, and that's 4,800. That's 480 miles. So with 20 left.
See, I don't want to do it in 8 days. I need to do it in about 4.
4 days. And
Can't
you said
be away from my kids.
How many miles?
381.
Oh, 280, baby.
4 days. That's under 100 a day, man.
That's about 4 miles a day, right? I'm sorry. If I did it in 4 days,
it's about 100 miles a day.
Well, if I want to do it in 4 days, how many miles do I have to go?
That's about
380 divided by 4.
Hold on.
It's about 100 a day. It's
PCH.
90. Yeah.
PCH is different.
Yeah. PCH is winding.
Yeah, it gets dicey along.
Yeah.
I was looking at some pictures. There's one bridge and there's an incline. People are saying there's this incline when you get north there, it gets pretty dicey.
Do you know what
PCH in 4 days is going to be 164 miles.
A day?
Yeah.
Damn.
Let's see. My goal's do 4 to 5.
A week sounds good, like solid.
Yeah.
Just a week.
And
7 days?
Yeah.
What do you do? You how does that work? You pull over, you eat. I mean, what's the day look like? You get up at 8 and you go?
I think you get up at like 6 a.m. and you go all day.
Man, yeah, I'll tell you the one thing I do want to do. I want to do what was that hike in the movie? I think it was called
Everest?
No, The Wild, the Reese Witherspoon. The hike that goes from like doesn't it go all the way up California?
The movie
What's that
looked
hike called?
awful. Was it any good?
The book was. I didn't watch the movie. The book was amazing. Like the book. Can I tell you one?
Oh, there it goes. Did Reese Witherspoon hike PCT?
The Pacific Crest.
It's
Yeah,
1,100
Pacific
mile
Crest
hike.
Trail.
Let me tell you, that
Dude, that
book
would take
was
forever,
the
brother.
book was fun.
True story?
True story. The book was amazing, amazing. But I've always wanted to do. Since I read that, I was like, I gotta go,
Oh.
dude. Where does it go from?
San Diego to where? You had it if you go
Okay.
back, Jen. There it is. See on the right there, Pacific Crest Trail. You go through California, Oregon, Washington, British Columbia, Canada. Nevada Mountain Range, 150
Yeah,
miles.
dude. But the book was fascinating. You know what I'm really obsessed with, man? And these long treks when you're by yourself and like the show Alone, I've become fascinated with what you learn about yourself in isolation.
Agree. And I like riding my bike alone. And that's why when I originally thought of the idea, I talked to my brother today and then Specialized. And they're like, oh, you can do it with a group of people? I'm like, no, I don't have to worry about anybody else. I like to put my headphones on, just go.
When you ride your
'cause we
bike,
talk
do you
for a
get
living.
lost in your brain?
Oh, yeah.
And do you what
Sometimes I'll be like, holy shit, I'm here already?
you lose time a little
Yeah, I'm
bit?
like, oh shit, I'm up here already?
Do you know what that is like for me?
And then I realize how far I gotta go back. I'm like, oh
But
shit.
it's almost I know this is going to sound but stupid, and I'm probably talking about something I don't know about. But when that happens to me, and I'm doing something, and it's almost like you lose time. You're like, wait a second, I just went 10 miles.
Yeah.
To me, that's a form of meditation,
100%.
right?
100%.
Because you're
so good for your brain.
yeah, you're really turning your brain. You're just there.
It's really where almost all the ideas I have come from on that bike ride. Because when I'm home, dude, it's, you know how it is with
Yeah.
kids. I hit the door. There's, I'm not thinking about anything else but those kiddos. And I'm with my girl at night. Then maybe, when I lay my head down, I'll have some ideas if I can't sleep. But then when I'm on that bike, man, yeah.
Do you know-
That's where Thick Boy Bike Club started. Thick Girls everything started from this.
Do you know? I read, and I could be wrong, and I've taken a lot of shots to the head and smoked a lot of weed, so maybe I'm combining some things here.
Fair.
But I did read that boys learn and their imaginations, and they think better when they're moving.
Oh, interesting.
So I actually I'm better. I think of more jokes, more bits when I need to be up and walking and moving. If I'm
I'll run.
stationary, if
Yeah,
I'm
you're
stationary and I'm just sitting at the computer, I don't have it. If I come to the computer with a thought,
Yes,
maybe.
sir. I can run with it. But
Yeah.
if I'm looking for creative stuff, I'm moving.
I had heard, especially young kids in high school and lower, that they learn better. It's why, in activities when they're up and moving, they do it as well. And it's just sitting and being stationary that girls do better.
That's why those teachers we'll just Zoom for the year. I'm like, get the fuck out.
But for boys, especially, dude, that they
any
need to
4 or 5 year olds,
they need to be up and going.
Like, get out of my face, man.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
All right. So, here's something about me. I'm a nice dude
One of the nicest.
until I'm not.
You have a switch.
Well, yeah, I think just like everybody is some form of gray. Listen, I used to have a little anger issue on stage. There was a clip online, I don't know if it's still up there, from the Tower Theater in Philadelphia of me going in on this person.
Someone kept talking, or they were harassing you?
going in.
Were they
on this
heckling
person.
you?
Less me and more somebody else who had just come on before me.
Yeah,
and they were just
man.
talking through the whole. But I used to have a tiny little anger issue on stage just because of other things that were happening in my life. And for me, stage is really the most honest me.
Sure.
You're gonna like.
Yeah.
So when there's bad things happening in my life,
Yeah,
you
talk
can,
about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Andy, you're gonna see it. So I don't know if it's still up there, but it was me just going. Some of my fans used to call that guy Angry Josh.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I don't
because
see Angry.
No. But Angry Josh, look, I grew up with 3 older brothers. Again, I'm cool until I'm not. Let me ask
It probably
you.
takes a lot for you to get to Angry Josh.
It does. The big thing is somebody who I feel like has a complete disregard for other people, or somebody who feels like they live by a different set of rules. So let me ask your opinion on this. And I may have gone too far. I also am not the kind of guy that you want to start a prank war with.
Yes.
Because, you start at, hey, let's scare him, and I end
Let's
with,
hear
hey, let's
dicks in
shit
their
on his
mouth.
face
Yeah.
when he's sleeping.
Yeah, well, let's have him suck my dick.
I don't know
All right,
that that's a
dude.
prank.
Yeah. I just tied your shoes together. Now I'm sucking your dick.
Yeah. All right. So this dude, I'm walking my dog. Now, guy, I am.
recently?
This is 2 days ago.
Oh shit.
I am. This is where I land on masks, everybody. I'm not a doctor. So, and I'm respectful of other people. So, my thing is like, look, I'm not a doctor and I generally play things safer than not safe. So, until everybody knows everything about it, I err on the side of safety.
Sure.
No matter what, right? But if I'm out walking my dog at 6:45 in the morning,
It's
in
outdoor?
my outdoor in my residential neighborhood with nobody on the street, I'll have my mask in my hand just in case I pass by somebody or somebody's wearing a mask and I'm respectful and I put mine on.
Okay.
But if I'm by myself and there's no and we're outdoors, I'm
Even
not.
if you're around people in the outdoors, you probably shouldn't have a mask on, but I'll wear it just so people shut the fuck up.
I do.
Hey fam, do you guys get bored with your workouts? Are you locked down in quarantine, or maybe just can't get to the gym because you're busy with your kids or your girl or your dude, whatever it is? You're bored at home. You don't want to be on the treadmill or the elliptical. I need something new, man. I need something that's going to keep me engaged, learning things, keep me motivated. Well, I got you covered. I'm talking about Fight Camp. If you've ever done boxing, kickboxing, maybe you haven't, you just thought about it. Now's the time. You got to check out Fight Camp, man. You can start boxing from home. That means an amazing at-home boxing equipment along with new boxing bodyweight workouts released every week. It's the perfect at-home workout for anyone, men, women, children, families, great for all fitness levels. You guys will freaking dig it, man. You will dig it. Are you new to boxing? Cool, man. They have their 12-week starter program, teach you the fundamentals of boxing where you get a great workout every time. I'm talking about high intensity interval training. Workouts are structured like traditional boxing rounds, 3 minutes of intense boxing and bodyweight exercises, then 1 minute of rest. Access over 400 different workouts for all fitness levels and skills. You're going to get hooked. Fight Camp keeps you super engaged, focused, and in the zone, man. There's a ton of varieties. They have a ton of workouts. You can try Fight Camp for free. Just download the Fight Camp app and select the workout of your choice. This is a great way to test your trainer, see where you're at. You can buy now, pay later. There's financing, all right? There's monthly payments if you can't afford it. We got you covered, man. You can save on the commute for going to the gym. Forget that. Do it in your garage, do it in your parking lot, whatever the hell you want to do. Don't have to go to the gym anymore with Fight Camp. And the whole family gets this gym workout for under $20 per person. Fight Camp offers flexible financing, like I told you guys, 0% APR. And right now, you guys can try Fight Camp for 30 days with the money back guaranteed, son. Just go to joinfightcamp.com/fighter. That's right. Try Fight Camp for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll refund your money. Train like a fighter and turn your sweat into results. To try Fight Camp for 30 days, just go to joinfightcamp.com/fighter, joinfightcamp.com/fighter. So
Yeah.
let me guess, you're walking your dog. Somebody
Okay.
said put on a mask.
So check this out. I'm walking from across the street, other side of the street. Guy without a mask on gets into his car, window down. And here's what I'm not okay with, man. I don't like passive aggressive assholes. I really hate. I don't like you being an asshole to my face, but at least I know who you are.
Yeah.
And so window down, so he knows I can hear him. Goes, fucking asshole, put on a mask. Oof. And I go, hey man, I'm standing right here.
Yeah.
I go, you don't have a mask. He goes, I'm in my car, asshole. I go, yeah, but you're screaming out the window. Like you're putting as much out there as I am. He goes, I'm not walking up and down, put on a fucking mask.
Oh God.
And I was like, hey dude.
Did you say your award's in the mail?
I said, hey, there's no reason to be screaming at me, man. We're neighbors.
Yeah.
I get we're tense. And I was just trying to diffuse it.
Is he out of shape?
Yes.
There you go.
And his dog.
That's how anybody out of shape or older, it's like, put on a fucking
my
mask.
dog barked at him, right? And he goes, and you shut that fucking dog up too.
Oh, wow.
And I go, hey, dude. I go, this is, and I said something back to him. And he goes, fuck you. I better not see you around here again. Right? So I want to ask you. Remember I told you I'm not the type of dude to start these games with. Tell me if I went too far.
Did you shit on his lawn?
Last night, my dog took shit. I picked it up in the bag.
He's going to hear this. You know this, right?
Yeah, he picked it up in the bag. I hope he does. And in shit, I wrote "Be kind" on his rear view, on his back window.
Tight move.
How do you now? Where do you fall on that?
More
Too far?
disturbed-
Too far?
No, I'd rather you do that than get a physical
That's
confrontation.
not my
with
thing,
them.
man. Because
that's not my thing
that's
either.
not- I'm not going to physical.
I don't want those
But
problems. I don't
also,
wanna be sued. Or,
you don't get to be an asshole with
did you,
impunity.
did you have a?
I
glove
did
on?
it. I did it with the plastic bag that I picked the shit up with.
I would throw up just putting my finger in the shit. So I couldn't do either.
Listen, man. But for me, like, I'm not. Do you want to know? Okay, this is where I'm at when people play jokes with me. That I just don't know where the line is. When I was in college, I had a friend of mine, this dude I worked out with, who scared me coming out of my bathroom once. And I was like, And he goes, "Oh, fucking got you, man, prankster. You're never gonna get me, prankster." And I go,
Game
"Okay."
on.
So, and he went as far as when I would go to his dorm room, before I walked in, he would grab his toothbrush and his hairbrush and put them in places where he could see, right? I go, "I got to use your bathroom, man. Can I use your bathroom?" He's like, "Sure." I go, I got to take a dump. You all right with that? He goes, "Yeah." So I didn't have to take a dump. I had grabbed his workout hat and I jerked off in it. And so the next day when I saw him working out, he had sweat. He had sweat just rolling down his face. So me and my friend who'd known what I did, we were just laughing the whole. We made sure we did extra cardio.
That's funny,
My man was just. So we let him do it for 2 days.
Hilarious.
And we finally told him.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
But like, yeah, I'm not.
I don't play those games.
I'm not that
I don't
guy,
play those
dude.
games
I'm
at
not
all.
that guy, man.
I don't play any of those games.
Oh, I do. But you and your
I'll
older
avoid
brother beat the fuck out of each other.
Yeah,
So we
older
play
brother-
jokes on each other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like as far as confrontation goes, I mean, you'd have to hit my kid or my girl, but I would never. You're talking about lawyers, especially in these bitches in California.
Yeah.
No one's actually gonna like when we're in like the thick of COVID and I was riding without a mask on my bike going 30 miles an hour, and these two dummies on horses. Like, wear a mask, you fucking idiot. We're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I get off my bike and start arguing with the guy. I'm like, well, your horse doesn't have a mask. And it was just, they're like, well, we'll see you here tomorrow. I'm like, okay. I was there tomorrow and I was like, I mean, there's no cameras around, so
Who's starting to fight with you, dude?
this fuck from like the Palisades.
That's the
His girl was hot, so I gave him a pass.
It's
I was
the
like,
dumbest thing.
what are we gonna do, dude?
Yeah.
Like you realize I'm gonna twist your fucking neck off. There's no
What would be your
no
move?
one around.
Just out of curiosity, say so. So
Name a move. I would call you and
How
say-
big is that dude? How big is he?
Let's say 200 pounds shredded. He was in shape.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. I would call you and say, Josh, I'll film it for you. What do you want me to do to this guy?
Oh, pile driver.
Sure. And what should I do to the horse? Like, what do you want me to do with this horse, man?
I think you.
Hey, Josh, you want a horse?
Dude, I think you pile drive him and then you put his girl on your horse and you ride off.
That'd be sick. Later, dude. She's like, no.
Little
I go
gangster
like
move.
miles down the road.
Well, I mean,
It's so weird, though, man. It's so hostile.
I can't imagine that. I'm with you, man. Like, in order to get me in a physical confrontation at this point, I'll get heated. But
Yeah, I'll argue with you.
I mean,
I like a good argument.
yeah, me too. There was a guy. The closest I came to physical was actually 2 weeks ago when somebody called Beth a bitch.
Dang, for not wearing a mask.
No, we have those slow streets in our neighborhood. Like the city of LA has put up like giant cones and stuff, and they turn some streets in the neighborhood into slow streets because gyms are closed, so you can walk your kids and ride your bikes.
Oh, interesting.
And you're not supposed to drive your cars up and down the slow streets.
Oh, you can't drive your cars?
If you have to live on that street
Oh,
and pull in
interesting. I haven't heard of that.
Dude, it's super cool. There's a couple in my neighborhood. There it is. So it's for people who want to ride their bike or walk
Definitely
with their
says
kids
road closed.
and get
Yeah.
outside, right? Slow streets.
Garcetti, that's his slow streets.
Right, so it's fine. It's kind of cool. And this dude came zipping down the street, and
not cool.
when he turned, and you're allowed to walk in the middle of the street. That's the deal. He almost hit somebody, and Beth was like, "Slow down, asshole!" And he screeched, and he backed up, and he said, "What'd you say, bitch?" And I was like, "Damn it!"
Yeah.
Because
if you insult my girl, man, I can't have it.
that's what I mean. I was like, "Damn it!"
Again, still not gonna physically hurt him. Might pee on him.
yeah,
Might piss on him.
But damn it,
I know, dude.
By the way,
Also, the reverse.
how many times in the world do you think a woman has said something to a bouncer or to another dude, and a guy's been like, "Oh fuck, no,
Oh, dude.
now I gotta
I know.
get in there now."
Nightmare, dude. Yeah. Nightmare.
But he backed it up and he got out of the car, man.
he got out of the car.
Got out of the car.
And what'd you do?
Well, I had my dog, and my dog is a deterrent.
Your dog's pretty gangster, man. I've seen that.
He was a deterrent because my dog's super chill. When the guy came out and started pointing his finger, and my dog was like, "Hey, is it go time?
The dog's like, is this happening?
Is this how we're
Is
doing
this
this
still
shit?"
simulation, or am I down to fuck this dude up?
Yo, he got real quick, and I didn't know if he was gonna. But the guy, you know what else, man? What I found out about myself, because this dude got out of the car, super tight tank top, short shorts, and this is interesting. So, I'm not a hateful dude. I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I'm not misogynistic. I feel like I'm pretty good with everybody. I'm even keel. I want people to live, love, have a good time. But you know when he came out and called Beth a bitch? Do you know my first instinct?
The F word.
Yeah, and not
Because you know it's going to hurt them.
That's it.
I know.
That's it. You know what I found? And I walked away and I told Beth, I go, I almost.
Did you drop the F bomb?
No, I said, I almost called that guy something he didn't want me to call him. And
Well,
she
because
would-
you want to hurt him, but he
That's
hurt
it.
your wife.
It has nothing to do
No, you're
with
not
how I
homophobic.
feel.
I know.
It's all about what can I say in this moment that's going to hurt you the most.
Now, do you dwell on, like when you ride away, are you going through the fight in your mind?
You know what? I did for a second, and I was like, I feel like I didn't
You did the
escalate it.
best thing.
Didn't escalate it.
Because I don't think about it. Like when I have a confrontation, whatever it is, fight with my girl, fight with those stupid horse people. Someone yells at me, bikers it's all the time. Yell
Yeah.
at you all the time. I don't give it any energy. As soon, it's just the way my brain works. Like, all right, and it's like throwing an interception. All right, next.
Really?
I don't know. The next day, if someone's like, hey, that dude yelled at you yesterday, I'm like, I don't think so.
What does stick with you? Anything?
If I think I'm being like cited on a business deal, if I think someone's trying to take advantage of me in business,
Yeah.
like maybe this thing, or hey, can you do this, and we'll do this, and then I start looking from the outside, like, oh, I see what you're doing.
That
will
gets you.
drive me nuts.
And will that stick with you like
Oh, it keep me up at night.
and will that stick with you like as far as that person goes from here on out, you're like, that's who that guy is?
100%. 100%.
You know what's funny is when it comes to business, a lot of times if I catch it, I'm just like, yeah, that's business. Like that stuff doesn't stick with me. That stuff for me is like, look, he's going to try. I go into every business deal like everybody's got their own agenda.
Everyone has their own cards. They're playing their cards.
Even your agent has their own agenda,
100%.
right? So the people who are still working for you, supposedly,
It's a weird dynamic though, because we had these big kids on that they're like huge YouTubers, and they do these videos and they're huge, and it's just the business has changed a little bit. And I'm even part of that, because if you go to CAA and you go, all right, well, what's Brendan do? Is he an actor? Like, no, he gets offered roles. Okay, but he's a comic. Yeah, he's a touring comic. Okay, and what else? Podcaster, this, he has these businesses. So it's like they really don't, because they're such an old school model, they really don't know how to, and they know that what I'm saying, I'm not talking out of turn here. They really don't know how to help me, if that makes sense. Like I do all the deals.
Yeah.
Everything goes through me. And because they'll be like, this guy do this for you for this price. I'm like, well, dude, my show's 10 times as big as that. I do it twice a week. And
Yeah.
this is my rate for doing an ad. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, oh shit, sorry, man. I'm like, yep, all good. It's just such kind of a different model.
but you are, so to me, the agencies are always one generation behind. But you're the new form of what entertainment is. Another thing that Rogan showed all of us is that you can do it. You can run your business. And not everyone's going to be as big as his, obviously, but you can run your business now by yourself. Basically, obviously you want
Need some help.
people to book you and some help, but you can run home base by yourself. And it used to be, dude, that, so say I got, the first TV deal I got was massive, but that's how money used to be
the
dished
deals
out.
used to be so big.
You used to get the whole pie at once.
And big boy money.
Right. And now you get pieces of the pie. So in order to make a whole pie, you have to do what you do, which is a lot of different shit.
Yes.
And it used to be, they would be like, here's your pie.
But me and Theo were talking about this, like, Theo's pitching this cartoon. He's talking about this, and it's like, Theo's just like me. He has his merch, has his shows, and his big shows, and for whatever reason, because we're in this world, you want to be validated by that world.
Yeah.
But that world wants the exact thing we have, a
Yeah.
loyal fan base who tunes in and listens every week. That's what they want. So it's like, why do you need to just do it on your own, dude? Just the show in your idea, you could just fund it yourself, book your
100%.
friends, have a crew shoot it and put it on your page, and it's going to get more views than whatever network you're going to go with.
That is exactly.
But there's still something in us. We're like, it'd be nice if whatever Netflix or Comedy Central or Paramount signed off on it. It's like, but fuck them. Like, why?
Well,
though?
one,
It's weird, right?
Yes, it's less work.
It's kind of like how rappers want to be athletes and athletes want to be rappers. It's kind of like how mainstream actors want to be comedians or podcasters. Comedians and podcasters kind of want to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they want to cross that.
Without a doubt, man.
Which it's weird because it's like,
but I will
some
tell
shows
you,
I get off from, like, how many people watch it? I'm like, I'll just take a piss on YouTube.
dude, 100.
And that's not even I'm not even that big of a name, but it's
Yeah.
like, how many? Well, I'll just do this.
It's so crazy. When I looked at, honestly, this is when it sunk in for me. I looked at some of the numbers on my YouTube channel, and I was like, what is that getting? And then I thought about the shows that I do by myself, and I was like, wait a second, where is this better served? Handing it off to somebody else, or just doing this myself?
Well, think about it. Well, if you hand off somebody else, and you know more so than me, but I've been there where you have your show on a major network, and there's 7 captains on the ship, and it has to go through this. This guy thinks this is funny. This guy thinks this, and you're like, by the time he gets done with you're like, gee, this isn't funny anymore.
Do you
This isn't
remember
fun anymore?
You remember that show that I asked you to be on, the Joshua Show?
Yes.
Okay. So one of the things that I did is I made sure I was booking my friends who never got opportunity to do network TV and that were friends of mine. I had Tripoli on. Nobody's asking Tripoli.
No.
Because they don't know what's coming out of his fucking mouth.
Yeah, he's a wild guy.
Right. I had Tripoli on. I had Sickler on. I had Jay Larson on, but I also had Joe Diaz on, right? And I was like, hey guys, I'm picking who is on these shows. And they were like, cool. So they let me pick, but I didn't have anything to do with the edit. You asked Sickler because he was on that show.
Oh, dude.
Joe Diaz got out. This is all you heard him say. And one of my oldest friends, Joey Diaz, what's going on, man? And then
That's it.
maybe they let him keep one other line.
That's my time, cocksuckers. It's just, but that's the way it works.
But that's the thing, is that because it was in somebody else's hands, they got to dictate ultimately what was being put out there. And it wasn't the best product. Because here's the deal. You know what you do well, and you know what your fans want. And that's not always in tandem with what that network wants.
no.
You know what I mean?
But also the other thing is too is when you do something like that, that can get canceled at any single
Mm-hmm.
given moment when they're not seeing whatever they needed. So that's gone,
Yeah. Well, and
which is a scary way to live, dude.
well, honestly, dude, pre-COVID, why I loved stand-up is because I was like, you can never fire me from stand-up. You can, no matter what happens in the world, I can always find a mic. And that to me was the ultimate job security, which is, look, maybe I don't always play the rooms I want to play. Maybe the following falls off, but I'll always be able to work somewhere.
Yes.
And that's what, for me, was the scariest part of
When that went away.
when that went away, because that was for me the thing that was like, well, I can always do this. This is where the
like
money
we had
comes.
Paul Wall on King of the Sting, and we were talking about music in COVID, and he's like, I actually like it because it's forced musicians and artists get so much more creative because you can't go to the big production studio, you can't go to the big booths anymore and put out this label, this out. He goes, so people are getting super creative because they're forced to. He's like, so I actually think COVID was good for the music industry because it forced people to adapt. Which with comics, it's forced some, and some can just write it out, right? But some are doing these Zoom things, which I'm not a fan of, or they're doing the drive-ins,
Yeah.
or whatever. It's forcing you to get creative.
Have you been writing?
I've been writing, yes.
What?
I've been writing, but for me, it forced me to I guess it as far as like work wise, not family wise. Family wise, COVID's been fucking great.
Me too.
The best.
Me too.
The best. But as far as like business wise, like it forced me to really hone in on King the Sting and Fighting the Kid and Below the Belt and figure out what I want to do. And then, I launched Thick Boy merch during the pandemic, stuff like that. So I've had more time to focus on that.
Are you-
'Cause when you're doing the road, man, you're gone Thursday through Sunday and it is
Rough.
just, you're exhausted,
Yeah.
dude.
I just had a
It's
curiosity.
the best job in the world, but it's exhausting.
Before I go, are you going straight from here to a merchant ship? Are you auditioning for Hipster Popeye? What's going on?
Oh, you're talking about this?
Yeah.
I know. No.
What, I mean, is this Charlie Brown and Popeye mixed together?
dude.
What is going?
No, it's like, so we have that cartoon on King the Sting.
Yeah.
And we have this merch lady, and Theo walks in. He goes, "Hey, they sent me these. They're fucking stupid." And Taz, I'm like, "That's dope." He's like, "You like them?" Like, I would rock the shit out of that. He's like, "Really?" I'm gonna go, "Yeah, it's from the cartoon, dude. When we have the cartoon,
Yeah.
Polytoon." And so I put it on. He's like, "Oh, it's actually pretty dope." So they're just like one-offs. Has the King Sting label on
That's
there.
cool. You were like, what goes well with capris?
Yeah, I'm like, what could we wear this with, dude?
Now, what technically, just fashion wise, because I'm not. This is
I mean, it's not bad though.
What's happening? What are these called?
These are jeans. We can roll it like you can make them jeans here, but when I wear these, I like to roll them up into almost a capri thing.
Yeah, it
especially
is.
when it's hot out here.
It's very European.
It's very Euro.
Yeah.
it's very boatish.
Here's the thing. I feel like if you weren't a large man, more people would say something to you about
You
those
think?
things. I think so.
I think I'd look cooler if I wasn't so large.
Really?
Yeah,
You
my
think
style
it's-
would look way better if I
You think
wasn't so large.
fashion's harder for a big
Oh,
person?
yeah.
How come?
Dude, you try finding a size, anything cool.
That's also
Go-
a lot of stripe on a big person.
This is and they're horizontal. Big guys want vertical.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
horizontal makes you look bigger.
So you think fashion is better on a small person?
Way better. Look at NBA players; they look like assholes. And it's all custom made too, by the way. Like going to Gucci, going to a high fashion place, like Off White, because Urban's gonna have bigger like sizes,
Yeah.
but like you go to Gucci or Armani, like dude, I can't step foot in Armani.
Can I tell you one look I am not in favor of at all? You know the short, but kind of the shorts, but with like the dressy top.
For girls?
No, for the guys. Like when you see LeBron James and Russell Westbrook.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know.
That's not.
See, I dig it.
I can't do.
I dig it.
The shorts with like the
Yeah, I
and
like it.
the shorts and the matching shorts. It looks like a onesie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Like the other day, J.R. Smith, I forget what Instagram posted, maybe Kicks or something. I
Yeah,
forget.
this one here. Yeah, this is not my.
But he admits he looks cool in it.
He looks all right. Although
would
the
look like
socks
assholes.
for me. I don't know.
I think it'd be better if you didn't have the socks like that. But dude, summer suit attire?
What is your most regrettable fashion phase for you? And is there any fashion you're doing now that I know I'm going to hate this in 10 years?
Probably the scarf. Probably the scarf. My kid in 10 years is gonna be like, why are we always wearing that gay scarf all the time? I'm like, well, it's the pandemic.
Yeah, he's like-
when was the pandemic? 2020. No, this video's from 2024, dude. Like, yeah, I know. I just rock with it now. I get a new tie-dye one coming. It's gonna be so sick.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm gonna wear it in here just for you, dude.
I really appreciate that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, that would be really nice of you. I've had some bad fashions.
Jinko jeans. I wish there was a picture of me in
Oh, you
middle
told me
school.
you went Jinko.
Oh, dude, they were. I mean, each leg was this.
Were you a
wide.
big dude in middle school?
No, I wasn't big till I got to really college. I was like in high school. I was like 6'2", 170.
These jeans, man.
I was the kid I was basically on the far left, but they were green, and I wore a Michigan jersey. I look like such an asshole.
Michigan, like football jersey
Wolverines,
or
basketball. Chris Webber jersey. It was my brother.
That's a terrible look.
Horrible.
There are two looks that looking back, I'm not super psyched on. One was
Been through some shit though.
Yeah.
because you're older, so it's like.
I
But
did
like there's dope stuff from every kind of era. Like the 70s looked had some dope shit.
I
dude.
was
I
a
meant
child in the 70s.
I meant this. I know. I'm sorry. I thought it was Brian.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. Your red glasses you wear.
Yeah.
You know who wore those?
Who?
Do you know who wore those? Nirvana. Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah. The white ones.
Because
Yeah,
I was reading this article and I go down this rabbit hole on Nirvana. I meant to snap a picture. It's almost your exact glasses.
Dude, they are some of my favorites. I lived down the street.
There he is.
I lived down the street from him.
What?
When he shot himself.
Oh, really? Did you hear it?
No, but I couldn't get to my fucking house.
Did you see his wife, Courtney, running away with blood on her
I
hands?
did not see
Because he
that.
definitely didn't commit suicide.
I did not see that
Have you
either.
seen the documentary on HBO?
I have.
You watch that, you're like, well, let's arrest this bitch.
Yeah, dude, that
But then with documentaries, there's always a bias, you know?
100%. There's
Like in
some
Making
people-
a Murder, I've had so many because I was going hard in the paint for Brendan Dassity and for that
Yeah.
other guy, hard in the paint for Steven, right? And then people who are in the town like, dude, stop. We watch in Wisconsin, that guy is a murderer. And because they know they follow the whole thing, like, and they'll give you like all the shit he's done, like, oh.
But that's like, what was that one? I think it was on Netflix, maybe HBO, about the woman, a writer. He wrote novels. His wife was found dead.
Staircase?
Staircase. Where the one where she got it to the owl.
Staircase.
The owl theory.
Yeah, they're like, oh, so it could be the birds, like, or he's killing bitches.
Do you think he killed her?
Oh yeah. Did you see? I think it's Jenks. Did you see that he
Jenks?
killed? Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's on HBO. Jenks or something like that. Type
Jinx?
that. Jinx.
So 100% you think Staircase. You think?
Oh yeah, he's killing bitches.
You really think so?
yeah.
I didn't.
But have you seen Jinx?
No.
Robert Durst.
Oh no! Yeah, I have seen this. Yeah.
Spoiler alert! In 3, 2, 1. It's been out for 3 years. Suck my cock. So he's mic'd up. He's mic'd up.
It's the most amazing 15 seconds of TV.
jaw dropping. Have you guys seen it?
I know the part you're talking
I'm gonna
about.
spoil
but
it for
no.
you right now.
All right,
He's so they go through the whole thing. You're like, God, did he do it? Two wives are murdered. You're like, God, I don't know. He's mic'd up. He's a crazy senile old man, and he's mic'd up taking piss. He goes, did I kill him? Of course I fucking killed him. You're like,
It is the
innocent people don't talk like that.
the craziest
Best part of documentary history.
in history. And but for me, you know what it proved? A sociopath is believable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I think they believe it in a weird way.
They believe their own lies eventually. Yeah.
Because you would watch him and he never blinked. He never looked away. He had some weird tics.
He was crazy, dude.
But man, it's big. But you think about
Dude,
it.
did you see Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yes. Oh.
How about the people with no jobs just on Facebook?
I had no idea what that was going to be about, and I thought, let me just see. And I watched the whole thing in a night with my mouth fucking
My
wide
girl,
open.
I stopped watching halfway through because you know when they show the snake eating the cat.
yeah.
My girl's like, I can't watch this, so I stopped watching. I'm like, God damn it! So then finally,
You never finished it?
oh fuck yeah, I finished it a week later. I'm like, can we please just get through this? I'll tell you if cats die or whatever. And then we got through it. It's riveting. It's so good.
It goes also though. You know what was one of the most fascinating parts for me was the,
the
mom.
mom's teeth.
They were
The
interesting.
mom's teeth. I was like,
Yeah. What is happening?
Please don't bite anybody.
What was fascinating though was the mom. You know why? Because
She was still down for her son. She's like, okay, not a cat person.
right. So like, I was thinking, all right, do you believe? At what point do you not believe your kid? Do you know what I mean? Like,
God,
do you know what I'm
it'd be tough, dude.
It'd be so hard if your kid said, "Look you dead in the face," and be like, "You know me, Papa. You know I would never do
my
that."
God, it'd be tough.
You'd be like, "Yeah, well then, yeah,
Dude.
right."
How about he cut that dude into pieces, then wore his shirt out, tossed the body in the back?
But how calm was he?
Oh my God.
How when
How
I
about he got caught because he's such a narcissist? He goes to a Wi-Fi cafe and he's researching himself.
you know what's crazy is that like how calm these guys are. Same with Durst. If I had a surprise for you, like a surprise present, I'd walk in and you'd think I'm on meth. You're like,
Oh
what the
yeah, I
fuck?
couldn't hide anything.
I can't. Yeah,
I can't. You dude. Secrets. I'm not good with.
these motherfuckers who go complete dead eye.
And still sleep at night. Somebody cut up that body. Slept fine that night.
Would you? How I'm better with other people's blood than I am with my blood.
Oh, I'm not good with any blood. Well, me too. I guess I don't like any of it.
One of the funniest things, Joe Diaz, not good with blood, straight up fainter.
Oh, really?
Big dude. When you
Usually
see big
people
dude,
like that who
Yeah.
when they see blood they faint.
big dude, and he gets queasy and all. Yeah. Big, but I think for me, like one of the, I'm starting to think the more believable you are, you're guilty. Like the more when you are like Carol Baskin, guilty. You can't be that dead fast, believable. That's what a sociopath.
She's crazy. Fucking Joe Exotic is crazy. Like they're all dumbasses.
group.
They're all.
I gotta tell you,
just
man.
the whole group is shady.
That whole show, the truth of the matter is, from a storyteller's point of view, the story was, you could have done it in an episode and a half. But the
It dragged
people,
on.
the people were so crazy that you were like, yeah, I'll keep watching. I kind of see where this is going, but
And how about they're like, there's gonna be a part 2? I'm like, kind of all set.
yeah,
Where are we gonna go from here?
100%
Kind of all set.
all set. I did start to get in and start to look around more with what's it called? The autistic,
Autistic Love.
Love on a Spectrum?
Love on a Spectrum.
Have you seen it yet, Kat?
Hey, you know the guy that I like the most,
I know who you like. The homeboy, the main guy,
who's funny.
who was like, I'm looking for a wife. I'll be a grade A husband.
Yes.
And my favorite part is they go, it's his first date, and they go, what do you think? He goes, I'm thinking what my wife is gonna say at the funeral, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, dude.
But you know
first date.
what was great is that his mom and dad, you could tell, they laughed at what he said.
Oh, go to the redhead from me with the glasses.
Oh, so
Nightmare.
good though.
She was a nightmare.
Come
Dude,
on.
she's like, oh, I haven't been on a date anything. She's farting on the date. Farting.
Wow.
Farts and goes, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. And the guy's like, you know what? Let's pretend it didn't even happen. The guy was great. He goes, you know what? Let's pretend it didn't. Farts just wide open on the date, burps, and then just like when she gets excited, she jumps around. But she was just, my problem with her, nice person, difficult, man. Like she was super difficult.
Yeah, I mean,
Like everyone else was super friendly. I'm like, God damn, bitch.
yeah,
She was not friendly.
tough to fart on a first date. I think
Oh, that poor girl on the far left, though.
she.
Dude, then how about the two who were autistic got together? Now, I call bullshit on the other kid being autistic. Her husband, who's always wanted sex all the time,
You know what? I think he had
he's like into comic books.
yeah, he had a different form of autism. He seems definitely more highly functional. But I loved those two.
He seemed normal to me.
They were so happy with each other. This dude looks like he used to play an REO Speedwagon. Do you know what I mean? Like this dude is like from a 70s rock band.
This dude to me seemed normal.
Yeah, I loved it. But it's like the guy who was like, you know what? I think I might have better luck in the autism pool. Let
It worked out.
Yeah.
They love the fuck
Let me
out of each
swim
other.
around in here. Oh, they love each other
He was like grabbing
so
her titties,
much,
like, I think you're
dude.
sexy as shit. And it was like grabbing her titties and stuff. I was
Where
like,
where are you with, by the way? Do you and your girl, you public display of attention people?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Me not at
like
all.
I'll grab some hands. And like yesterday, her mom was around. I was like, her mom turned around, like to do something. I'd grab her titties. To me, that's
front of her
funny.
mom?
No, her mom would turn her.
Oh,
back.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never been a makeout like a
No. Oh God.
the makeout people. You know when someone's in line in front of you and you can hear like that, and you're like,
God. What are you? 14?
yes. First of all,
Not for me, dude.
no, you don't have. I don't want to have a boner around a bunch of other people.
No, I'm for sure gonna get one if we start kissing. Because then my brain goes, it's go time.
Yeah, what? But my wife
My
will always
jeans
say,
can't. My jeans can't control.
you can't fit. What you can't fit anything
You're gonna
extra
see
in those
everything.
jeans.
Dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna see everything.
My wife, when she's like, I start making out with her like at the house, and then I start to get into it, but booty and boobs, and she's like, no, can't we just make out? I'm like, no, that's not.
Oh no.
Why you? And she's like, this is just fun, just to kind of, and then think about what might happen later. I'm like,
No.
no, it's time. It's
No.
go time.
My guy goes, it's go time.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, we're gonna have problems.
Well, she's like, well, why can't we just kind of tease each other and then come back to it later? I'm like,
Oh no,
that
that's not how
sounds
it works.
terrible.
Talking about blue balls.
Yeah, that doesn't
Might as well go to
sound.
a strip club.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm at Cheetahs.
that's why I don't go to strip
Am I at
clubs.
Cheetahs? Because I'll get singles out.
What the reason I hated strip clubs and I never quite got it was,
You never went to the Boom Boom Room?
but I don't want to have to pay you because I can touch my dick for free.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when I used to go with a bunch of people and it was drinks and it was like a fun group.
Even then.
But that would make at least sense to me. Somebody's
Yeah.
bachelor party.
Yeah.
But going to the Boom Boom Room, I got to buy you what? A $400 bottle of what?
They'll hustle you.
They they are the ultimate hustlers because once you're like, look, I don't want, and then that knee hits your dick, you're like, the one bottle.
Yeah, just take my credit card.
Yeah, well,
that
just
happened to our friend.
Dude,
he
that
just
happened
gave
to
him
mine too.
his dad's platinum credit card. And then we were like, he's still in there, so we left. And he didn't realize it's per dance. He
What
was
was
in
the
there
bill,
all
do you know?
night. Oh, dude, thousands of dollars.
I don't hate the hustle.
No.
By the way, did you
Plus,
see the
dummies get hustled. So it's like, know what you're signing up for, man.
hustlers get, if you're easy to hustle, someone's gonna find you. But did you see that Bella Thorne was getting some backlash from her people?
Yeah, dude, because she did the 2 million, and then I guess the backlash is they changed like the.
We have it as a current event. Apparently, what happened was there's an option on OnlyFans to do a pay-per-view, and so for whatever the cost is, you can buy a pay-per-view and see whatever that thing is. So it's like on top of your subscription, you can buy this extra thing.
And
And she was saying that she was gonna post nude photos of herself on the pay-per-view, charging $200 for it. People asked her, so when you say nude photos, you mean nude? Because I guess her OnlyFans feed was more of like her Instagram photos, where it's like provocative photos, not nude photos. And people want to see her nude, so they paid the extra $200 on top of their subscription.
Jesus.
And
Is that a
then she
one-time
ended
fee?
up the pay-per-view. Yes.
So 200 one time you see this.
One
picture.
time, yeah.
And can you
And what
screenshot
ended
it?
up, I don't know.
Details. Carry on.
But what ended up happening is she didn't post a naked photo on there. She scammed a bunch of people. A bunch of people then asked OnlyFans for a refund. They couldn't afford to do the whole payout. And so a bunch of policies then changed because Bella Thorne didn't post nude photos when
But
she
so
promised
can
it.
you do that to somebody? Like,
Wouldn't that be fraud?
yeah, can you promise something, I guess, and not
I
deliver?
don't think
It's
so.
kinda
Well, I'm sure
fucked
OnlyFans
up.
is like, wait, what? Someone promised nudes and didn't do it?
That
So
is-
OnlyFans like, who would do this?
Why does
because
it
all
say-
you're doing is killing your own career.
She single-handedly fucked sex workers. How did she do that?
Because now, before you could tip however much you wanted, and now the tip is capped at $100, and the price for a pay-per-view is now $50.
And then also because they pay 200 and then also $50, well, people are like, oh, I'm not seeing her titties and bush.
Right.
I want my money back. So OnlyFans go, it's gonna take $30 to get your money back instead of $7 now, I guess.
It's actually what's
Is that
happening.
right?
No,
I don't know how, I don't know shit about OnlyFans.
So what I read was people on OnlyFans, the creators now, usually they had a week to cash out from the last week's
So they get paid basically every
Money.
Friday.
Yeah, every Friday they'll get paid, but now it's going to be once a month.
So she fucked some people.
Yeah, and she came
People are
out and
so
she
mad
tried to say that she was only really on OnlyFans, not necessarily to make money, but to end the stigma of sex workers. She's doing research for a movie.
But did you hear the director of the movie?
Yeah, the director of the
He's
movie
like,
was
"We're not
like,
making a movie?"
I'm not making a movie with her about OnlyFans. I have no idea what she's talking
She
about.
hustled him. She's
The-
kind of fucked, right?
The monthly thing I
Unless
get,
she posts a naked picture and
Yeah.
fully redeems herself. That's all you got to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but even
gotta-
then, the new policies are in place for all these sex workers, so you can't get the same type of payments you were
she
getting
can
before.
just refund the money to people. I mean, that is a possibility. I mean,
Well, that's what they're gonna do, but it's gonna take a hot second.
But I don't
What was she
understand why
thinking?
why promise the $200?
She thought she was going to get away with a scam.
Without sending a fucking nude pic?
It's a straight up scam.
If they paid for it?
By the way, I'm just putting it out there, OnlyFans. I would 100% go straight nuts out for $1 million for the month. Zero doubt about it. If you're saying in a month,
I'll jack off on OnlyFans.
me too. 100. If you're saying $1 million,
I will jack off once a month.
yep, without
Hard.
I'm gonna do it anyways.
Hard lighting. I'll make sure there's good lighting.
Yeah.
Chin will film it.
We'll do, you know what? Let's get a 4-camera shoot.
Cat's feet will be in the back
Yeah.
like this.
I think if you're gonna put up 4 cameras, I think one just for the face.
Multicam.
Yeah,
Chin's
one-
gonna edit it together.
I think you do a camera from under so people can get the
It's
from under
200
shot.
to watch, 250 to finish, money shot.
Yeah, I like that, man.
Although there's limits now, right?
I mean, not necessarily on the content you put out, but the limits on monetarily.
What
how
would
much you
be
can spend, yeah.
the lowest amount you would have to make for the month for that to happen?
$1 mil.
$1 mil?
Ah, God, dude, I got kids and they're young.
Yeah, I got old kids who've seen
So
my
you're
dick.
good.
I've walked
I
around the
couldn't
house
do-
naked because I forgot they were in the house.
The other thing is I'd lose every gig I have if
Yeah,
Showtime's like, you're jacking off for $1 million?
Yeah.
Like, I think so, guys.
Yes. Yeah.
They'd be like, we're gonna have to separate our ways. I'd lose every part of my business.
I don't have a gig that I would lose, so I'm gonna put it out there.
You would do it.
100% for $1
Jack
million.
off hard. Would you have sex with your wife on there?
Nah,
$5 mil.
not
$5 mil.
But yeah,
Hear me out here. It's $5 mil.
hear me out here.
Once a month. That's
hear me out here. One,
That's 60 million a year.
okay,
dude.
hear me out here.
60 mil?
I would have to ask her, obviously,
We're gonna blur out her face.
but people are still gonna know it's her because it's.
We're gonna blur out her face.
But here's my thing. Like, I don't know if 60 mil is worth what follows that for her.
Scrutiny.
I don't mind whatever anybody says. That I don't. None of it. What?
All right. What about this?
None
what,
of it
What
bothers
about 10 mil or 5 mil a month, but you have sex with somebody else? Would your wife, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna make 60 mil, but I have to fuck somebody else on?
I'm again, because I think that ends up, whether she thinks it'll be fine or not, that ends up ruining my marriage, and that's not worth it to me.
All right, you can wear a mask.
But she still knows I'm fucking somebody else, right?
Your wife does.
Yeah, so that's gonna ruin the marriage. So I think
All right.
that's not. But I will say this: I would for sure. And the other reason I don't want to have sex, I don't want people critiquing the way I fuck. You know what
Are
I
you
mean?
gonna read the comments?
I'd have to.
Oh no!
I'd have to if I'm
No
fucking-
way. First of all,
What's
think,
worse?
Think of
Reading
the creep.
What's
who's
worse,
gonna
dude?
pay to watch it and then leave a comment?
What's worse, reading the comments from your comedy special or from somebody watching you fuck?
Probably watching you fuck. Dude, you gotta be because you can leave a comment for a special anywhere. To pay, like, it's like a hater in your Patreon.
Yeah, but you know what it is
Like,
for
can
me?
you imagine someone paying and then leave a comment? You're like, but dude, you hate on me. You paid me $200. You're
Yeah.
a special kind of hater.
Here's the thing, though. Like, this is gonna sound weird, but my comedy is almost more personal. Do you know what I mean? Like, you,
100%.
If you,
But also, there's not like, you know, like if I watch porn, this guy's a professional.
Yeah.
I'm not like, God, how do you do that? Like, there's
well,
not much
sometimes
to
I am.
critique.
Sometimes
There's not
I'm like,
much to
what?
critique.
The dick bend like that?
Yeah, but it's not like, you know.
The only time I ever go, what? Is every now and then when you watch a porn and like the dude has a serious bend, like to the right or left in his dick. I'm like, how's that gonna fit? Like, I was pretty good
I'm
at
more,
those games as a
I'm more
kid.
curious with the girl. I'm like, God, how can she take all
Yeah,
that?
like, is that coming directly out the side of her body?
Yeah, some of them, like, how are we going to do this?
Yeah, like, and sometimes,
I'm not
honestly,
even horny. I'm just trying to figure it out.
this is the difference between me as a young man and an older person watching it. Sometimes, like the size of the dick, I'm doing math. I'm like, well, that has to be up near her sternum.
Yeah, some of it.
Like
it's
that,
just-
how is that?
There's no way.
Where is that going?
How are we gonna do this?
Where does that go?
And then sometimes the dick's so big, it's like it's like so big where there's just not enough blood to fill that thing up.
Yeah, dude.
It's hard at the base, but then at the front, and so he has to guide it in. I'm like, wow, it's like a horse dick.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm
It's-
getting lightheaded.
Yeah, it's like, poor guy, dude.
do you know?
How are we gonna do this?
I interviewed a guy. So there's, I forget how many in the world, but there are guys who have two penises. I'm sure. Have you ever heard about the guys with? It's called diapolactis or something.
Two like straight up dicks.
Functional.
They look normal. It looks kind of like.
There's one guy who has like two functional 8 inches.
Or is it like
Is it
like
what's it
web
called?
feet?
Diphalia.
Yeah, diphalia.
Let me see a picture, Chid.
No, they're really. It's
It just
crazy.
looks like two normal dicks.
dude. And so I asked
afraid.
him. You know what the guy who I interviewed told me?
Oh wow, that's pretty normal.
He told me that one. He goes, yeah, that's not the guy I interviewed. Wow, that looks
This is crazy.
that one.
See that
That
that's
looks
what
more
I'm
like.
thinking of.
So
Wow, that
This-
looks really cool.
the guy told me that one of his penises was so he can urinate and ejaculate out at the same time. One can do each.
The
So-
wires are.
Yeah, one can do each. And he also, the guy I interviewed, told me that one was gay and one was straight. I'm like, that's not how that works, dude.
No,
Just so you,
just gay, homeboy.
yeah, that's it. That's just so you know. You can tell whoever you want that, but the dick doesn't decide.
But also that one, yeah, he got lucky, double lucky.
I mean,
that's a good sized dick.
That's but if you can tie your dicks in a knot,
Boy, that is insane. I've never
isn't
heard
that,
of that
bananas? I don't know that I would want that. By the way, just for the record,
Oh, no,
like
I don't. That's so.
that seems like more of a cat. Is that something like if a guy was like, "Hey, I've got 2 dicks," that doesn't seem like a plus, does it?
It's just a lot. It's overwhelming.
It seems like a lot of work.
I'm overwhelmed.
That seems like a lot to worry about, right?
That's a lot to worry about. But at the same time, I feel like I know a couple girls who would love that.
Oh yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
more dicks the better. For some of the girls.
Look at this patch. I don't know why. This
Why
is
did he
gonna
leave
happen in
that?
there.
Cut it that way, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's an
weird.
interesting choice for how you're gonna do that.
God, his head is disgusting. The head of those dicks are.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his face. I'm like, do we have a picture of his face
Well,
up? I didn't even.
Yeah, those are just two dicks. That's
Yeah.
a normal dick. Just
So that
split.
it's just so like
Never heard of it. That's fantastic.
yeah, it seems like a something that I would not enjoy. But yeah, he to talk to him, the guy that I talked to
Oh, you talked
was
to him?
not that dude in particular, but I did talk to a guy who had to I interviewed a guy, and it was just like I said, what's it? Like, do you ever surprise? He goes, no, you have to. I've surprised one person,
The bad idea.
and he said it scared her.
Oh yeah.
So you have to let them know ahead of
I
time.
have to.
And I said, how do you let them know? And he said, I just say, hey, just
I have
so you
two
know,
dicks.
if we go back to my place,
I'm not carrying two guns.
I've got 2 dicks. And she
Yeah.
was like, you have like a dildo? And he was like, no, I have 2 dicks
Okay, I gotta
on
let you
my
know
body.
You're working double overtime.
Yeah. I mean, like you.
She's
it's,
like, what?
Yeah, it's go time.
It's a double shift.
Yeah.
What?
Double header.
Yeah, it's a double.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but he says he
You're
has
going back
to
to
let
back.
them know. And
Wow.
some women who don't. Some women are like, cool. Let's go back. I can't
And
say
then some
100.
are out.
I can't say 100%.
How would you approach a woman? I'd say, hey, you know when you get those popsicles and they have like 2 sticks in them? Do you enjoy those?
Yeah.
She's like, I guess.
Yeah.
You ever cut it in 2 and try to eat both of them? She's like, no. Would you like to? She's like, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm dealing with. You know, like,
Yep.
you gotta give them a good visual.
Yeah, I would definitely. My analogy was going to be a Twix bar. You know how the left and the right are kind of the same.
Those are so skinny though.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I'd say, do you like bananas? She's like, yeah. I'm like, you ever try eating 2 at the same time? She's like, no. I'm like, have you ever thought about it? Because bananas are thick.
Yeah, it doesn't. By the way,
It's a
again,
lot.
don't do this on camera, bro.
But it's a lot,
How
dude.
many times?
Oh,
did
dude,
I tell
I
you?
don't get Photoshop.
I mean, you're gonna have 12 dicks.
Like, have you been on a motorbike? She's like, what? That's what it's like with me all the time.
Yeah, I don't know a good way to
I think the best is the popsicle.
the popsicle because you can
Do you
split
like
it up.
popsicle? Yeah, then you split them, but you got to eat both at the same time.
because they melt.
you know how you save one? We're not going to save anything.
No, we're gonna go. But
But what
think-
happens if she only goes? She's like, I'm down to do it, but I'm just going to do the right side. I wonder if that causes issues on the left side.
Well, I
so many
never
possibilities.
asked him if one can get pleasured, but the other one doesn't. Like, does one stay hard?
Is he jacking off this one while she's servicing that one?
But if you're masturbating if you're jerking yourself off, are you 2-timing? Like, are you just doing one and one later? Like, I didn't
And
ask
is he
that
just
guy.
shooting like
I know. Bing, 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 bing. He's that like milking a
milking a
cow.
cow.
I don't know, man. That is I
it's
wouldn't
mind blowing.
I wouldn't want that kind of responsibility.
At 37, this is breaking news to me.
Yeah.
Straight up, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, the one thing I've never Googled is if there is, which I'm gonna want to leave here, if there's porn with guys, if there's a double dick porn.
The answer is yes.
You think for sure there's double dick porn?
I'm telling you, this is breaking news to me, and I guarantee you
There's porn on everything.
There's
right?
some dude in Brazil named Bazooka fucking
Benny
Silva.
Yeah.
And it's just double fucking acai sticks. And it's just fat, dude.
What's the word you used?
Acai.
Acai?
Acai.
Is it acai?
Acai. Americans say acai, though.
Yeah,
But
acai. You're really pronouncing every letter.
But I said acai, and then I went to Brazil. And I was like, hey, are there any acais around here? Everyone's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Acais? I was like, all right. So now I correct everyone.
well, I don't. I think that's one
That's
sexual.
breaking news to me, dude.
That's a sexual oddity I would not want. Just like I wouldn't want. I know there's some people who have a penis and a vagina.
Ew.
I wouldn't want that.
What it was
either.
called?
Hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites,
Wasn't
right?
Jamie Lee one of those?
There was
I'm
rumors,
not
right?
talking about Britney Spears.
Jamie Lee
sister.
Curtis?
Jamie Lee the model?
Jamie Lee Curtis. There was a rumor for a long time.
No.
She was born with both.
Come on.
That might have been a rumor.
It's
I feel like
gotta-
there's always rumors about, like, I heard that about Megan Fox growing up. I heard that about Lady Gaga.
No.
hermaphrodites.
Yeah,
Megan
I
Fox
wait.
is way too fine.
I
to
heard
have-
that about
dating,
almost everyone.
Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, who I'm
Yeah.
a huge fan of.
Yeah, I like that guy too.
Did you watch the MTV Awards last night?
I did watch some of them. Yeah,
I knew you would.
Yeah, I did watch some.
They
of
were
them,
good, man.
Yeah,
For what it is? How about Lady Gaga with the mask?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm a huge Miley Cyrus fan, and I'm a huge Lady Gaga fan. You know why I like Lady Gaga? She performs her own instruments. She writes her own shit.
writes all her shit.
She's a performer, man, and I can feel how much she cares about.
Passion.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't like
board.
that Miley Cyrus was lip singing.
Yeah. I don't like lip syncing in general. I also don't like honestly, dude, my big complaint with modern music, pop music or whatever, is that it's just too produced.
Yeah.
Like one of the things I used to love about, say, when you still hear a Foo Fighters album, is you can hear Grohl leave his fingers slide down the neck of the guitar. You hear him.
Yeah.
You can hear him breathe when he to hit a big note.
And
And
it
they
also
take a lot of that
sound
out.
like he sounds on the radio. Like you can tell it's a live like effort.
Yeah. And so I think taking the human part out of music
Bums me out.
has taken me out of a lot of it.
Bums me
I
out.
want to hear you. I want to hear
Now,
some of the
a lot of those
imperfections.
performances they filmed weeks ago. They
Really?
just edited in.
Well, you could tell. Like obviously, the winners had to be told ahead of time because I think if you're not a winner, they're like, well, I don't want to show up a place if I'm not going to be winning. But I thought they ran it well. I thought the woman who hosted it did a great job.
Is she a comic?
I think she's a singer
Kiki
or a performer, right?
Palmer.
Kiki Palmer.
Yeah, I thought she.
I think
did.
she makes some music, but
Yeah.
she's
She's
predominantly an
Gorgeous,
actress.
Man. She's
Yeah.
so pretty.
I thought she was really good,
What
man.
does she do, Chin? Go to her Wikipedia. Is she an actress? I thought she was maybe she's comic? No.
It says actress.
Not a comic.
American actress.
I think she's one of those people who were like child
Like you
stars.
do. She does a little bit of everything.
She's cool.
Yeah, I thought she was really good, man.
I thought she was great. I think they should give her another run at it too.
Yep.
When it's live in front of a crowd.
I agree with you. You know what last night though really cemented for me is that there's rock and roll is not a viable, like, you know, they said best rock was a by the way. It was just like earlier tonight we showed best rock and I was
It's
like,
gone.
yeah, it's not. There was no representation of that at all. And I wonder, dude, because look, Jacob listens to hip hop because I listen to rock, so hip hop was cooler. I wonder, since this generation is going to be like, you know what, Kevin at Barstool?
Yeah.
He listens to hip hop. When he was young, he did. So I wonder if his kids will rebel against that and go back to rock. Do you know what I mean?
Like, you talking about old school rock?
Well-
You'd have to go to classics. Is what else are you gonna listen to?
I don't know. Maybe the younger kids, the next generation down, because you don't want to listen to what your parents are listening to. So what's after hip hop that's going to be rebellious? Do they go back to? Now I know Latin music is taking off a little bit.
Huge.
So maybe Latin music gets its shot at being more mainstream. But I'm wondering what it takes for rock and roll to come back. And I know kids that are playing guitar growing up and all that shit. But you don't hear it on the radio.
Never.
What's the last
Classics.
big rock band? Do you consider Fall Out Boy rock?
like
They were up for rock.
My Chemical
rock?
Romance, were
Like
they rock?
alternative rock?
Like who's a modern rock band young? What's that band that's they kind of sound like Zeppelin? I can't believe I can't remember the name.
Red Hot Chili Peppers still doing the thing, but they don't have anything new.
I can't believe I can't remember the name of this band.
Greta Van Fleet.
Greta Van Fleet. Have you heard Greta Van Fleet?
No, they're good.
Yo, they do.
You know them, Chin?
We actually talked about this a while ago on a show.
What did we say?
Like it was awesome.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do have a definite Zeppelin sound, but
And they're big.
I mean, I think I don't know. I have no idea what one of their videos, what kind of numbers they get.
They look cool.
But they're definitely old. They have an old school feel, and
the
I
old
like
school
that,
vibe?
man. Old school vibe, 70s kind of updated
Yeah, I like
clothes.
that, yeah.
That's how I want my rock stars to look, by the way.
Yeah, not like that, but yeah.
Here's the best thing about rock stars.
You can wear whatever the fuck you want.
What?
Dude, you ever go back and watch when they had eyeliner on and shit?
Dude, come on. The 80s? Look
Dude,
what's
look
he
at his
wearing?
dick in your face.
What, and by the way, you shouldn't wear pants that split your nuts.
Jesus.
You got to keep
Christ.
your nuts in one. You know what I mean? Your nuts should never look like 2 feet,
That's tough.
like sticking out the side. That
I
is
think that's called a moose knuckle.
Moose knuckle.
moose knuckle. By the way, I can't tell you why because it's a private shoot, I signed a non-disclosure, so I won't tell you what. But I hosted a show
Recently?
past week, where they brought me up on a boom lift, probably 30 feet in the air, and they put a dartboard over the guy's face, but he was exposed,
Butt naked?
and I had to throw darts down and try to hit the dartboard. I missed a bunch. Dude, there were some darts deeply lodged in this dude's
Jesus
stomach.
Christ, dude.
It was a bananas. I can't wait when it comes out. I can't wait to
Sounds
tell you.
crazy.
That was the tamest thing that happened.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, but
it's the new Faces of Death.
I love that shit. Dude, Faces of Death.
Remember that?
Yes, that fucking VHS tape where you're like,
Dude.
I gotta show you something,
So-
bro.
yeah.
That was the first original to me viral video.
Dude.
That and the Santa Claus versus Jesus that got passed around. That was basically how South Park started. Did you guys saw that?
Santa Claus versus Jesus.
Santa Claus were Trey and Matt's first real.
Oh, really?
And they fought. It's all, I'm sure, and it got passed around in an old VHS tape. But same with yeah, there it is.
Not news.
Same with the Faces of Death.
Face of Death was so dark.
But it was like an old VHS.
and then some people
tape.
said some of it's fake, I guess. You hear that?
I did.
Real to me.
It was. It
I
seemed
was so
real.
scared.
The part where they were eating that monkey brain did not.
No.
I did not
Well,
enjoy.
the guy that was paragliding into alligators.
Yeah, they seemed pretty real. Some of them I could see how maybe you would think it wasn't
Real to me.
Yeah, look, it's scary. If it keeps me up,
Agree.
that's real.
We got some current events.
Yep.
Let me pee before we do. I get
Yep.
pee so bad.
All right. Here we go.
So the actor Chadwick Boseman actually passed away a couple days ago to colon cancer, and it
Such a bummer.
turns out he didn't tell anybody. He filmed all of those movies.
Got chemo.
Got chemo
had
surgeries,
And
nobody knew.
How about he would post stuff, people would make fun of him for losing
For
weight.
losing weight.
Like, oh, you look like shit, dude. Little I know he has stage 4 fucking colon cancer.
It's-
You morons. Those people that left those comments, you have no idea what somebody's going through.
No.
Why would you leave a comment like that?
You know what was really heartbreaking, man, is obviously such a young dude and by all accounts just a good guy. But the idea of representation, to see so many pictures of young black kids just crushed, putting up the Black Panther dolls and seeing the
White kids too. My son has a Black
Yeah.
Panther Marvel outfit he loves.
without a doubt. But like to read some of the captions of some of the parents saying how hard these kids were hit because it was the one.
It was the one that they related to.
Yeah, it was their first
It was
one.
their Superman.
Yeah,
Their Spider-Man.
yeah.
And he was young, too,
How
what,
many
40?
people that dude
42,
touched,
43.
and he played so many. It was interesting to talk. I've been going over interviews that he did to hear him talk about how he approached playing actual people.
Dude,
'Cause
when Jackie Robinson,
he played a lot of actual
ridiculous.
people.
Dude, when he played God, what?
Thurgood Marshall, right?
Oh no,
They're-
Get On Up. When he played James
James Brown.
Brown.
James Brown. Yeah.
Fuck, he's so good in James Brown.
Thurgood Marshall. Is that the right word? Is that the right name?
Yes.
Right. He was. I didn't see the James Brown movie. I saw a couple of.
That's his best role. He's so good in
That's
it,
his
dude.
best.
Oh, it's his best. He's so fucking good in that, dude.
Is he? Is it better than Black Panther?
Yeah, I'm not a Black Panther fan.
What? What? Now, I don't think it was the best Marvel movie, but what was it you didn't like about it?
I don't really fuck with those movies. I
Oh,
don't
you don't
like,
like-
I don't like Avengers. I don't like Captain America.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Wolverine.
You don't like superhero movies.
I like Batman. 'Cause
You
I like the more realistic. Like I don't like Fast and Furious when they're jumping off buildings. Like I don't like that. I don't
okay?
like
Let
that
me
shit.
ask you, what's more realistic? What's more realistic? A superhero from outer space,
Like Superman.
Superman,
Okay.
who bullets don't affect,
Yep.
or a normal man who has somehow built
Talking about Bruce Wayne.
built a suit that is light enough that he can do incredible stunts and he can fight 50,000 people at
Yeah.
once, but also bullets just bounce off of that don't bother.
That's pretty realistic. His
But
name's Elon Musk.
But that he can, this dude can beat the fuck, he can just come down with a belt.
That's pretty realistic. Like let's say John Jones somehow won the lottery, he could be Batman.
I think there's more of a chance that there's an alien than there could be
come on.
than there could be a Batman.
No way. If a rich dude learned how to fight, and he like, let's say Elon Musk had like legit fighting skills,
Yeah.
you'd be Batman. You just
Come
have to
on,
have
man.
the technology over Superman, like lasers out of your fucking eyes, dude.
But
And flying.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Once we're going into the land of unbelievable, I'm in all of it. You know, I mean,
It's like, I don't get down. Like I only read nonfiction. I don't fuck with Star Wars, Star Trek.
none of that. No,
None of that.
Even when you were a
bullshit.
kid.
Never.
What about cartoons?
I like Rick and Morty.
What? So when you watch documentaries and reality shows
That's it.
and sports
Yep.
because you like the
Like
human
real-
condition.
Yeah, I like the real shit. I love it.
I love the human condition
history
too.
books.
Yeah.
War books.
Dude, you
Nazi
should.
stuff.
By the way,
Charles Manson.
I'm gonna
serial
get you this
killers.
book, The Wild. That book, that.
Oh yeah, it's about a lady doing it though.
It is, man. But it's. I'm telling you, dude. What people go through by themselves. I think it's called Into the Wild. Is that right?
I think it's just wild, maybe.
Or the.
Do you ever
yeah.
do you ever read or not read? But do you ever watch the movie with James Franco?
Read the book and watched it.
Was it 247 hours? Some shit.
You talking about 9 hours or 8 hours?
No,
or
I got it.
Whatever.
It was a lot longer
Stuck
than 8
in there.
hours, homeboy.
What was it called? What was the movie called?
127.
hours.
Yeah, and it was like a bunch of hours.
Yeah.
He like saws through his arm.
I don't
Fantastic.
think I don't think I would have if with that little butter knife he had to
Life
get
or
through.
death. I like to think I could do it to see my kids again.
Yeah.
When he hits that nerve,
Especially when you see the knife. I'm like, okay, if it was like this sharp as fuck, I'm getting through it. But to really have to dig in,
I like to think I could do it to see my kids again. But fuck that.
it is so fascinating.
I heard the guy's a raging asshole, by the way.
But you know what's funny though, man? You say that you'd like to. People would like to believe they would do the right thing. People would like to believe they would do the heroic thing. But man, you just never fucking no. You just never know. You know what I mean? Like
The only time I've ever been faced with something like extreme like that is when my house got broken into, and I was going in. I'm on the phone with a cop, and I know the guy's in my house with my son, who at the time's like
wait, what?
8 months. You know, heard this story? I
No.
can't tell the full story on there, but so I'm leaving to do a set at the Comedy Store. My girl's like, I thought you left. I'm like, I did. She's like, I'm telling you someone's trying to get in. I go, no one's trying to get in. I left like 10 minutes ago. She goes, I'm telling you somebody's fucking with the back door. I'm like, no. Crack. We hear this when we lived in the Palisades. Kicks through the glass door, and two men enter the house, full get up, fucking professionals.
You have cameras?
We have cameras.
Okay.
I race back. I'm on the phone with the cops, and they're like, do not go in there. Do not wait for the cops. I'm like, there's somebody
you.
in my house
Coming in.
with my wife and my kid. I'm fucking going. They go, do not go. And I go, not an option. I'm going. And they go, all right, well, leave us on speakerphone. And right when I pulled up, I can see through that the doors kicked in. They're in there. I can see, stuff going on. They're in there. And in my mind, I'm like, fuck, they have guns, dude. Like that goes for 1 second. Like, dude,
Yeah.
should we wait? And then that just takes over. Like, fuck my kid. Click.
Yeah.
And I rushed in.
And
And it's a whole story where they didn't want me to tell the story. But
Got it.
Yeah, I'll tell you off air.
can you tell you off air?
Yep.
I heard a story that LL Cool J. Can you look that up?
No, that's true.
You heard that
we had
story?
the same manager.
So
Beat the
that he
shit out of
worked
him.
some dude
Beat the shit out of
over,
him.
right?
Yeah, we had the same manager at the time, and that's the story he told me. I'm like, all right, well, that does nothing for me. But
So somebody broke into his house and
he beat the shit out of the dude.
he beat the shit out of it. Because by the way, that's not a small guy. LL.
No, and that's how before that I was never a gun guy, not a big like dog guy, dude. I have 3 AK-15s now. You got a fucking security dog. You
Yeah.
got security up the gazoo.
Yeah, listen, I'm not
Because after that, I'm like, well, we don't have any guns or nothing. So it's like, if the burglar criminal comes in with a gun, you don't have one. It's a bad guy with a gun versus I can fight,
Yeah.
but I don't have a gun, so it doesn't matter.
we got one also. But my wife, not a big gun person. I wouldn't consider myself to be a huge gun person, but I always feel like let's just have a
Well,
couple.
if the bad guys have them, the only way to beat a bad guy with a gun is a good guy.
let's just have a couple. But the truth is, no use in having a gun if you're not going to go get trained with it.
Oh, for sure.
There's no use in having a gun if you're not going to go
I
get
go to
trained.
Terran Tactical. That's where I got my guns from.
Yeah.
Literally 3 AR-15s. I mean, they got the scope on
How
them.
many people do you think are breaking in at once?
Don't know. Don't know. The world's crazy, dude. The world's crazy.
three. You have
3. One for me, one for my girl.
and one for one of the kids.
You never know. Tiger. 4. Those things are so easy. You can probably do
man.
it.
Just make sure he's got his ear things in. You don't want him to hurt his ear.
Yeah, crazy. What else you got?
Check this out. This is in Taiwan. It's got a kite festival. And then
I
did you see this?
I haven't
saw
seen
this.
This is so insane.
Yeah.
A little girl got caught up
No.
Yup.
with the end of
How
a
old?
kite. She's like, says 3 years old. Let me play you the part where she gets caught up. Keep watching this. Look at this. But keep watching. Look how high this shit gets.
Oh my god. And she's holding on.
She is.
I think she's wrapped. Like it just caught her.
Is there someone staring the cat at this point?
Yeah, someone has it on
Why
this
don't they
side.
just pull it down.
I mean, because it's in the tail of it. They have the front of it.
Oh my god.
And then finally, boom, they caught her.
Holy fuck.
Did you see how high that thing got?
Yeah,
that is just
that'd be
insane.
game over.
That is crazy.
Oh my God.
That is insane.
I can't. I don't know.
Also,
as a
smaller
parent,
kite though, you
how my brain computes that if I was sitting there watching that. There's no.
No, I don't.
There's no way to even compute like where your mind goes on that.
I
would
have no idea.
I would have tried to do the follow it around.
Yeah.
And
It is weird. Yeah, 100%. I'd be like,
Yeah,
this,
like-
but
like catching a
good
punt.
luck, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like the highest punt of all time. Yeah. But it is weird. Like I was on a Lake Balboa with my family. My son wanted to go on those swan boats.
Yeah.
And we go to the middle of the lake. I'm the only one pedaling. And
That's a good leg
my legs
workout,
are
dude.
fucking. I was bike riding earlier that day. And I'm like, oh, if we get stuck out or something like that. And then my son's like flipping out. But then your mind starts thinking, I'm like, all right, worst case scenario. If we got stuck, we got left vest on. So it's very weird as a parent. You go through worst case. And like, all right, this is what I'll do here. This is what I'll do here. Even when I'm in a movie theater, I sit by the exit. I sit in the back by the exit. I watch everybody that comes in, see if they have anything. And then it's such a shame that you're bringing things like this. I'm like, all right, if a shooter comes in, we're going to go out this way. I tell my son, hey, if the shoot this, is what we're going to do. It's like, what the fuck?
But dude,
we're at Minions.
but dude,
And I'm talking about a mass shooter.
but dude, the thing is that like
It's such a bummer.
it is a bummer, but it's interesting how your brain shifts to not always thinking about you first after you have a
Never.
kid. But pre-kid, would you have thought I got to sit near the exit?
No way.
It's because when you're always thinking, how do I keep that little person safe?
Well, it's like I used to bring him hiking with me all the time where I bike ride. Every week, 3-4 times a week, we would hike, man. Hike. And people would go, dude, watch out, rattlesnake. Watch out, rattlesnakes. I'm like, there's no rattlesnakes. And then now I've been biking more and it's gotten hotter. There's so many. His ass ain't hiking there anymore.
Do you think most parents are more cautious or make their kids or try to make their kids lead a more cautious life than they did? Do you know what I'm asking? Do you
I'm definitely more like my dad.
does your son, do you try to make your son lead a more cautious life than say your dad made you live?
100%. Like my dad was more like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Right.
You get hurt, you learn not to do it. Like I'm like, no, I don't want him to get hurt. Like I'm like on it.
But how, like, because I know when your kid gets hurt, it hurts your heart.
Oh my God.
But I truly believe, man, that you have to fall to learn to get up. You have to fail to
I
succeed.
agree. I agree, but
it's
it's a
hard.
weird
It's
dynamic.
counterintuitive to how
I know.
you think as a father, because you're like, well, if this little person is crying, it hurts my heart so much.
Well, it's like my tiger, he's 4 and Boston's 9 months, but Boston's a big 9-month-old. And my girl, she's like, Tiger's too rough with him. I'm like, but whenever he's getting rough, you stop it. Like to him, it's loving. Like you gotta let him, if Boston cries, he'll know not to be that hard again. So kind of just back off a little bit. So he realizes like, I can do this, I can't do this. Otherwise he just doesn't know.
It'll
He'll
also
like
be-
grab him and like hug him and like, Boston's a little uncomfortable. He's not crying. So I'm like, just let him kind of figure it out. As long as he's not body slamming, but if they're just on the ground rolling around, like they'll figure it out.
I think so. And I think it's also good for Boston.
100%.
Because you there are going to be times in your life, and 9 months is hard to learn the lesson, but there are times in your life where that other person is bigger and faster and stronger, and you might be in a situation where you got to just figure out how I don't like this. How am I going to get out
dude,
of this?
today I've been off all day because I hate vaccinations for my own personal reasons, how it affected my son. It gave him seizures, and that's how I got started with CBD. So I fucking hate them, man. I believe in vaccinations. I think they're good, but my family's in the 1% who had a huge negative effect.
Yeah.
So I fucking hate them. But just because it happened to Tiger doesn't mean it's going to happen to Boston's. So he had to get his shots today. Dude, that's all I've been thinking about. Since 9:45, I've been looking up. That's why I keep checking my phone.
Yeah.
Then finally my girl's like, he did it. He's fine. His fat ass didn't even know they were.
Hilarious.
They gave him a sucker.
Yo, that picture you
put the
sent
thing
me,
in him, and he didn't even know. She was like, he didn't even know. His fat ass didn't even.
Yeah.
He was busy with the sucker. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah.
Man, let me tell you, you feel
I seen a
that
picture.
stuff.
I said, hey, Boston thinks you stole a snack.
Yeah, I was like, that dude's got some
He's
Cheerios
so
stuck
fat.
somewhere in
Yeah.
those. I'm telling you, man, you feel your kid's pain. When Jacob was very young, they had to put him, if they're gonna X-ray ribs to get a kid, they have to almost put him in, not almost, they put him in
They
a
gotta
tube.
restrain him.
Put him in a glass tube, and your arms are stuck like this, and they shut it.
It's heartbreaking. Tiger had to do it.
When they shut his, they pinched his skin, and I could see it. And so he was, and I know this is a necessary thing.
Oh, dude.
But he's staring right at
Did you
me.
almost fight the doctor?
Yes, dude. He's
I've been
staring
there.
at me. He's crying, and he's saying, "Come get me. This hurts. Come get me." And I'm like, look, I know I sound like a pussy, and it's what your kid needs to do, but every fiber
Dude.
of your body's like, "Fuck this. We'll live with whatever ailment you have. I can't be here and
I
have
sent you a
him
picture,
look at
Chin.
me like this and not save
Tiger
him."
got pneumonia when he was like 2.
So they put him in that fucking tube.
But they had to hold him down to
Yeah.
X-ray his lungs, dude. And he's like fighting, crying, and I had to leave the room.
Yeah.
Joanna was like, "You got to get out of here," because I would get him. I'm like, "He has pneumonia. All right, give him what he needs." I'd fucking drag him out. Look at these fucking. Look here.
By the way, Boston's does not have a small head.
Oh, he's huge.
He's a big dude.
Oh well, the pediatrician today was like, "Oh, he's way bigger than Tiger at 9 months. He's gonna be huge.
How much bigger is he?
He's 99 percentile across the board. Like Tiger was 99 percentile like height, but not weight. But Boston, they're just like, yeah, he's probably gonna be a left tackle.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking
He's
at that kid.
so big.
What size
And
is
they're
that
like-
Batman onesie? I think I could fit.
That's
in
a
that.
13-year-old Batman.
You got that from the Halloween store,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
It's insane, dude.
Is he already physical? Like, can he?
Oh, yeah.
What's he? Can he walk?
He can crawl and he
Crawl?
can walk. So he walked before he crawled, which is so weird. He
Yeah.
would get on the table and use it and then walk
Mm-hmm.
around. And I'm like, how the fuck is he walking without crawling?
And how's his how is his hand eye?
His motor
Do
skills?
The kids already
yeah,
have
they
motor.
say- yeah, good.
It's so crazy to see, but early on by 8, 10, 12, you can tell people who are special and kids who are just going to be,
Even before then,
yeah.
like Tiger at 4, when they play soccer, you're just like, oh, okay, like yeah, he's gonna be good at. He's an athletic kid.
Yeah.
Now is he gonna go to the NFL?
That's
Or
the
I
thing.
don't know. But
Athlete,
I know
you can tell for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
were
yeah.
you saying?
I mean, like special, but you can tell special kids a little bit older. There's a separation period
Yeah, it's
between 10
strange.
through 12.
Dude, I took Tiger again to that Tempest gym, and one of the instructor's kids were there. It's this little girl who's 5. She was cute as fuck. Her mom was 100% Afghani, and he's like Mexican, and they had this baby.
That's a good mix.
And yeah, the baby, she had dark skin, but her eyes were piercing blue. She had this little ponytail in, and her dad's an extreme sport. Like he's a freestyle parkour guy, like one of the best in the world. He's one of the owners of Tempest. And this little girl at 5, dude, I was like, what the fuck? Doing like handstands,
Crazy.
jumping over this huge stuff. And with me, I want to grab her, like let her do her thing, man. She's swinging on the monkey bars, her little ponytail's flapping. I'm like, what a badass.
Yeah, man.
And like, dude, she was skateboarding at 2. I'm like, what? Like she's going down mountain like Park City mountain bikes at 4. I'm like, what the
Do you know what my kid was doing it too? He found his asshole.
It's nuts. Yeah, most kids,
You know what I
it's
mean?
like,
He was like, "Oh, look at that! There's another hole down
but
there."
the dad,
All right.
the dad was he does extreme sports, so he's like he's advanced with like that stuff. So he's like, "Oh, dude, learn a bike. I just put on a bike." I'm like, "With training wheels?" He's like, "No."
You know what's
He's like, I just
interesting?
put her on a bike. I'm like, she figured out. You figure out in a day. I'm like, what?
But probably so much by watching. That's why I'm scared with my kids. Like my kids have watched me do some weird.
Some weird shit.
I ate a live cockroach on TV.
They're like, okay, well,
yeah. Like they've seen me do some weird shit. So I'm wondering. Like, I hope Jacob doesn't get that.
Tiger's weird because he has this weird false sense of belief in himself, where he thinks he's faster than everything. Because I always tell him you're the fastest boy in the world, and he's the fastest fucking kid on the field, but he thinks he's fast in every aspect. So
Yeah.
he's like, Pop, if we see a rattlesnake, I'm gonna grab him. I'm fast. I'm like, but you're not though. It's a rattlesnake. And then the other day we're at the basketball court and there's all these cobwebs. I'm like, well, I gotta get these cobwebs out. So I'm spraying them, and a fat fucking black widow falls to the ground. And he has a book of a black widow that I read to him at night. He goes, Papa, Black Widow. And he goes to fucking, I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, I'm faster than that thing. I'm like, no, you probably are faster than that Black Widow.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't touch him,
No.
dude. But he just like, you know.
By the way, it
and so
doesn't
he's
matter if you're faster
He's
than
like
him.
this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
But he probably feel at 4, you're like, I can fuck with, I'm invincible.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, I can fuck with whatever.
And I got to pray to God he doesn't stumble upon a rattlesnake because he thinks he's faster than the rattlesnake.
Man,
But I'm like, this is going to pay off down the road, buddy. Like in sports.
that kind of crazy
Oh,
confidence.
dude, this
Yeah.
is nuts.
I never had that kind of crazy confidence. That is a great, but I was very realistic about how fast I wasn't.
Really?
I had 3 older brothers that reminded me
You
all the
know
time.
what's up.
Yeah, they were like, I was like, I'm
See,
good at
I don't
this.
know
And they
where
were
he
like,
gets
"No, you're
that
not."
though, because I'm not like, oh, you're faster than rattlesnake or you're this or that.
You make him feel good about himself, dude.
But he really is the fastest kid on the field. So I'm like, you're the fast 4-year-old.
But when
in the
you
world.
put new shoes on when you were 4, didn't that make you seem faster? Were you like, I'm gonna put my new zips on and I can run super
but he's
fast?
barefoot all the time. So he's like Tarzan. So isn't it weird?
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Hey, I got a
Oh shit, it's 3:30.
yeah, I got a jet.
Oh, sorry,
go.
dude.
I got a jet.
Did we get you in trouble? Sorry, dude.
Maybe.
You and I are chatty Cathys.
I know we're chatty Cathys.
I love it, man. Love you, man.
Love you, dude. Hey, everybody. ComedianJoshWolf.com for tour dates.
Do you have some lined up?
October, yeah.
You know, today's the first day, or this week is the first week that Austin's opening up at Cap Cities, and I'm there at the end of this month. So they're like, well, we think it's still on.
Yeah.
So hopefully everything goes well there.
I think people will start to figure it out.
yeah, I do.
I think people will start to figure it out. If we can just stop.
Just wear masks. Wear masks.
If we can stop yelling at each other and just figure out, everybody wants to get back to normal. Everybody.
There's some doomsday bitches
Yes,
out there.
agreed.
The
But-
Corona bros like, no, never.
You know what I
We're
mean.
gonna stay in our basement, get unemployment.
But most people want to get.
I agree.
Okay. And so let's all just figure out the smartest way.
Just be cool, man.
Yeah, to do that, be cool
Just
with
be
each
cool,
other.
man.
You sound like me, dude.
Just be cool.
Just be cool, man.
That's right. I got it, dude.
Yeah. yeah. But ComedianJoshWolf.com and all my other shit.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks,
You're the
dude.
best.
Appreciate it.